So, what is fun to you?
Man, Einstein says creativity is intelligence having fun. When I'm in my element and I'm creating stuff, I'm having fun.
Okay, so what inspires you?
I get it all from my father. He created monkeys and birds that talk. He created a living book too. I love telling stories and making people laugh.
Intrusive thoughts.
How to
But yeah.
become a social entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's not a traditional job. That means if it's not a traditional job, traditional answers cannot answer what social entrepreneurship is. I think you see us as Botswana youth. This is social entrepreneurship is for us. We love complaining about problems.
We are always complaining.
So already I think we are the right people.
Exactly.
First, what problem do you want to solve? What pisses you off? Right? So
Or what pisses you off, and then that's the problem you want to solve.
yes, that's the connection. Text is basically saying as you work, enjoy life, man. And
Try by all means.
try by all means, like don't look at another person and be like, oh.
Start comparing, or hey bro, he's making it, me and he. Ish.
And I also like the fact that it really elaborated death as a state of nothingness.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, yeah, the word will speak for itself. Let's continue. He says, I have observed something else under the sun. The fastest runner doesn't always win the race, and the strongest warrior doesn't always win the battle. The wise sometimes go hungry, and the skillful are not necessarily wealthy. And those who are educated don't always lead successful lives. It is all decided by chance,
Hey, bye.
by being in the right place at the right time. People can never predict when hard times might come. Like fish in a net or birds in a trap, people are caught by sudden tragedy. I hope like somebody who watches just gets encouraged, man, gets
Enough for
encouraged
sure.
to do something. Like I just want to talk about what we're doing right now. The last episode we shot, man, we were trying.
We
You know,
tried, man.
We used two cameras, in fact, two phones,
phones.
like we said in the last episode.
Hey.
Our setup was there. It wasn't.
You'll see
the
it.
best.
And you saw it, like
They definitely
yeah,
saw it.
you saw it.
We know that they will see it because
Yeah.
we're shooting
Yes.
it out. And today I literally came in here and these tables were set up the way they were set up, and I'm like, ish,
What
how
a
are we going
bummer.
to do this? I was like, let's just
Let's just
what we
make
have.
do.
We tried it and it worked out better because
Clearly, I'm sure even you guys can comment what I know. This one,
the sound,
This is
the sound
top.
is
This is
way
way better. Everything. The
Everything is way
setup.
better. The setup.
the backdrop.
But yeah, man, like I'm just trying to say, I'm trying to encourage somebody, man. Like if you have an idea in your head,
Yeah.
if it's not going to unbalance you, if you're not going to go out and cheat people out of their money,
Take that leap of faith.
like take that leap of faith, man. You know, the Bible is telling us that the playing field is level.
There's no one who's being favored, man.
Nobody is being favored, man. Like I don't know if I myself don't even know if this is going to
Go to
reach
the
the level that I can
Hope.
possibly perceive
Yeah.
or hope. I just hope that at least it impacts somebody.
Yeah.
Who knows? It might be the biggest podcast tomorrow. It might not be the biggest podcast. But
as
at the end
long
of-
as someone gets changed or gets impacted from this job well done.
Exactly, my guy.
Yeah.
And then the last 6 verses. Oh, you laughing? It says,
That can't be off guard, man.
here it says, here is another bit of wisdom that has impressed me as I have watched the other world works. There was a small town with only a few people, and a great king came with his army and besieged it. A poor wise man knew how to save the town, and so it was rescued. But afterward, no one thought to thank him. So even though wisdom is better than strength, those who are wise will be despised if they are poor. What they say will not be appreciated for long. Better to hear the quiet words of a wise person than the shouts of a foolish king. Better to have wisdom than weapons of war, but one sinner can destroy much that is good.
That's a lot, man.
Here's how I see it.
Yeah, I feel like we need edit. Just to-
Okay, we should take it step by step again.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this out. Usually for me, when a text seems to confuse me, I read it backwards. So I'm going to read from 18 to 13. Then we
Okay.
break it down. So it says, better to have wisdom than weapons of war. But one sinner can destroy much that is good. Better to hear the quiet words of a wise person than the shouts of a foolish king.
Now you're confusing me even further.
Okay.
This is KUX for you.
Okay, let me, you read
But
it. You read it then. You read it and then you break it down.
From where did you stop?
I went from 13 to 18.
Okay. Here's another bit of wisdom that has impressed me as I have watched the way of our world works. That I've take two. Here is another bit of wisdom that has impressed me as I have watched the way our world works. There was a small town with only a few people, and a great king came with his army and besieged it. A poor, wise man knew how to save the town, and so it was rescued. But afterward, no one thought to thank him. So,
Okay, stop.
yeah.
Let's break it down from there. So basically what we're saying here is that a small town was conquered.
Yeah,
A
basically.
small town was captured. I get it.
Yeah.
And then
Just some
somebody
random poor guy
with brains
with brains
came to solve the problem.
with a solution is like, you know. Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. So even though wisdom is better than strength, those who are wise will be despised if they are poor. What they say will not be appreciated for long. So it's better let me not add my own words. Better to hear the quiet words of a wise person than the shouts of a foolish king. Better to have wisdom than weapons of war, but one sinner can destroy much that is good.
So what I'm saying here is obviously the king who conquered the village, he had some perceived kind of success.
Yeah.
But this guy came and he conquered, right? And the wise guy came and he did what he did. He helped the problem, but nobody thanks him.
Yeah.
Again. Obviously, as a human being,
But they give credit to the king as if he came up with this.
yeah,
solution.
according to what it says, or how we might perceive it. Maybe think something.
Maybe.
Yeah. So what I'm seeing here, man, is I'm seeing humility. Honestly, I'm seeing humility. Like, man, honestly, think about if you came up with the greatest idea and then nobody
Gives you credit for it.
Nobody gives you credit for
And
it.
you don't go about fighting it.
And you don't go about fighting it. You know, like, I think
You're just happy with the problem being solved. Whether you
Exactly.
get the credit, it really doesn't matter.
Exactly. Man, that just sounds like social entrepreneurship.
Yes, sir.
I won't even lie. Like, as I was reading it, that's what I thought of. But I think another thing that came to my mind was also staying true to yourself. From the earlier verses, we read that even if you are wise, even if you are skilled, you can still end up being poor.
Yeah.
You won't necessarily always have the best
It's not a
life.
guarantee that being smart will get you the riches or make you successful in life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the text ends by saying, better to be wise, the wise, quiet person,
Than the foolish.
than
loud.
the foolish person who causes
Shouts,
problems
yeah,
for people.
yeah.
You know, so the text will speak however it speaks, man.
And nah.
I think we've done our best.
We've done it justice.
We've done it justice.
Let's not distort it.
Let's-
Let me
yeah.
hear that.
Let's not distort it, man.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like they would like you see the reaction you had about this is the Bible. Like when we were reading that, and it was like explaining how everything is a level playing field. For me, I become sad when I hear people say that they don't read the Bible because it cramps their style.
Yeah.
You know. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Man, I just want you guys to know this podcast is about being ourselves. Like,
Honest.
getting coffee here. We're drinking water.
Hey, bro.
Like, but anyway, yeah. like I was saying, what was I saying actually?
Being ourselves, my guy.
No, before being ourselves.
Being true to yourself, social entrepreneurship, and how it relates to that best.
Oh, the Bible. I was saying, I'm trying to talk about what I've learned about the Bible is that the Bible is a life guide. Like honestly, man, I used to watch Impulsive. I don't know if you know this guy, George Jenko.
Yeah. The short guy.
With a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they all have beards. The Arab looking guy.
Yeah.
So basically, I was bothered by the fact that he was unimpulsive. You know, I was like, man, this is like two different contrasts. You have like guys like Logan Paul who mock Jesus. Like Logan can mock Jesus, dog.
Bro.
And then you have George, you know. But what George said was, for him, he looks at the Bible as a guide. You know, and for us, anybody can really read the Bible and use it the way they use it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help people see that the Bible is a life guide.
Yeah.
Obviously,
It's not just a book of the past.
yes, it's an alive book. It's an alive book, you know. I'm just trying to say, obviously, the Bible is, people use the Bible for not so good things also, to like try and capture people's brains, try and put them in a trance, try and
Twisting things just for their own benefit.
exactly try and force people to adhere to their way of thinking, you know. Obviously, the Bible was used to colonize Africa, etc., etc., etc. You know, I'm just saying, I see the Bible and I look at it as a life guide.
Yes.
You know. So let's talk about guidance, man. What does guidance mean to you?
In what context?
Any context, bro.
Because I feel like, we use this word a lot, but we've never really sat down and thought, already, what
is
do you
guidance,
mean by guidance?
Let me go on Google.
Because I'd say it's a way of trying to correct or mend, how can I put it? Trying to correct or mend people or something into the right path or into the path that you wanted to take.
No, you said it, man.
Yeah.
Google says, first, it is advice or information aimed at resolving a problem or difficulty, especially as given by a person in authority. Number 2 says, the directing of the motion or position of something, especially an aircraft, spacecraft, or missile. So I think I like the first one because it talks about authority.
Yeah.
For you to be able to receive guidance, you need to be able to get into a submissive position.
Yeah.
You need to be able to get into a position where you accept that somebody else knows something better than you know something. You know,
Give them that authority role for that moment.
for that moment.
Yeah.
And I think through and through, man, like when I think of it, I think of mentorship, I think of parents, I think of
God.
God, yes, ultimately God, in
Yeah.
fact, because like I used to be a person who thought that I'd like to still believe I'm stubborn, you know, like,
Yeah.
and I'd boil it down to pride. But I used to be a person, man, who listened to himself, like, bro, oh my goodness, I used to
tell
be
you
crazy, dog. Like, you really couldn't tell me anything.
For
you know?
sure.
What kind of example can I give now?
Let me try to think. Hey, bro, I think it's just evading me.
Man.
But yeah, the point of the matter is you are stubborn.
Hey, the boy okay, sharp. The illustration is not cut. Maybe God doesn't want me to be that vulnerable. It's okay.
You
So
tried.
I used to be that kind of person, man, who thought I knew everything. You know, but for me, ever since I started listening to people who are older than me, bro, I kid you not, my life has been going this way, dog. Like, not Hitler. My life
almost made me stand up for a bit.
My life has been going
Yeah.
upwards, bro. Like, with every obstacle that I hit,
Yeah.
I've been able
It's
to.
never been knocking you down. It's always been up.
Yeah. Not in a. I don't want to be poetic,
Yeah.
but I always have somebody around me who I can ask a question. Like, yo, man. Okay,
like there's
obviously,
this-
let's say yo, man, to all the people. Mela. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I always love to ask questions, man. Like,
Yeah.
we don't have to go through life through suffering, not knowing things. Like,
Because nine times out of 10, someone has went through the exact same thing you went through.
yeah,
So, happy king. Oh yeah, there's nothing new under the sun. So everything that you're going through, there's someone out there who's went through it, and you can always ask for help, and I'm sure they'll be willing to guide you through it. Guidance, my guy.
I mean, you know who I'm about to quote?
Yeah.
I'm about to quote Drake. Drake says something like, it's okay to be a hard worker. Because as a hard worker, you will fail and you power through that problem.
Yeah.
You know, but it's better to be a wise guy, because a wise guy looks at a hard worker and avoids the problems that the hard worker took altogether. He avoids the man. Basically, he's saying that it's okay to be somebody who faces problems, right?
Yeah.
And power and solve them.
Yeah.
But it's better to be the guy who sits and looks at the problems that have been solved and avoid them altogether. That's what I'm trying to see. You know, so
Instead of trying to go experience them yourself.
instead of trying to go and experience them yourself,
that's kinda
you feel
dumb.
me? Like,
Yeah.
bro, people who you would tell, my guy, like, don't live a life of alcoholism.
And they're like,
Don't smoke. Like, I can count on my hand the number of people who have told about my past experiences.
Yeah.
And then I told them, don't do that.
And
And they
still
went
they
and did
did
it.
it.
And they come back, they're like, hey man, like,
You're right.
You were right, you know.
That's usually the case, man.
That's usually the case. Like, there's something unique about us as human beings, man. We barely listen to bad
Yeah.
vibes. Like,
Yeah. We listen to it and then we ignore it.
we ignore it.
You still go and walk into the same hole we are told not to walk into.
That's the beauty about God, man. That's the beauty about having God as an authority, is that He continues to give us grace.
Yeah.
The more you continue to come to Him, the more He teaches you, the more He puts things in place, your life journey, so that He shapes your perspective and He moves you towards the right thing, you know. Like, for me, it's coming back. So, for me, I think life changed after my dad passed away, man. Like,
Yeah.
he passed away when I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
9
Somewhere
or
around
9,
there, standard 4 somewhere there.
No, standard.
That was 4.
5, 6.
Yeah.
It was in
Was it?
2012. Yeah, I was 10 years old. Going on to
So
11.
so that was 2011.
No, he passed away in 2012.
Oh.
Yo, man.
I just had 10 years old. And I was like,
Hey.
yeah.
So, man, I kid you not. Life changed from then, dude. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I can
Yeah,
sit here and
it
tell the
has
many
been a long
stories.
time.
It has been a long time.
Yeah.
It has been, like, it's been 2023. It's been 11 years this year. 11 years this year. So I think when he passed away, I became the angry child, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I remember I think one of the things that really hurt my feelings and changed me. I think I told the story.
There was a time you told a story, yeah.
I told the story when I was in primary school. I was in primary school, like, when I was still fresh, dude.
Yeah.
I'm outside with my boys who are playing around. This was in the first. Anyway, I was outside with my boys playing around. And then some chicks are looking at me. They're like, oh my goodness, why is he so comfortable playing when his father passed away? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? So, like, actually, I didn't know that they said that.
Yeah.
You know, somebody else came and he told me, he's like, my guy, this is what they're saying. I'm like,
day.
That's messed up, dog.
Yeah, bro.
At first, I couldn't comprehend it. I was like, I don't care. I
It
don't
is what
care.
it is. I'm
Until I
playing.
told my mom about it. Then she's
Yeah.
like, nah. My mom is like, nah, I I'm going to school. Then I told her who it was.
Yeah.
And then I cried about it, bro. You know. Like, and then my journey, I think I've told this story. Yes, I have told. I remember
Yeah,
I have.
you have.
My journey from primary school up until early last year was just life going this way. Like I felt like I was lacking guidance, man. Like
Yeah.
so
Or maybe you had the guidance, you just weren't listening.
I wasn't tapping into it. I guess
Stubborn.
no true. You are taking my guy. So I wanna open up about the journey, man.
Yeah.
Like one person who I really wanna shout out to. Can I shout? One person who I want to thank
Yeah.
is my mom. My mom has been a rock through this journey,
Yeah,
man.
for
Like
sure.
people will look at me and be like, I don't think people will actually believe I come from a family that is currently being, can I say amend? Being led by a single parent.
Yeah.
Because people will look at me and I'd be dressed nice. People would be
Yeah,
like,
they are more.
he's good, you know. But hey, man, like, you know, I've realized the void of not having a father.
A father, bro.
Like, the void is real, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it only happened that this year, bro, like
Yeah.
on my father's death anniversary, we always go to visit his grave.
Yeah.
For the first time I was there, bro, and I was at peace. Like, I was at peace, dude. I was like, whoa, this guy is gone, but like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm good,
Yeah.
bro. Like, I'm so good. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, bro. And I was just,
Peace, my guy.
I'm in so much peace that I'm grateful that he was able to. No. I'm grateful that he slept at the time that he slept because he was going through it, man. Like,
Yeah. I remember the struggles from. Although it's very faint, but I remember that he was going through a tough time.
oh, I went. I saw it first.
Yeah, when you saw it,
He-
obviously.
For anybody who's watching this, he was caught with stage 4 cancer. That's English again.
Yeah.
He was caught with stage 4 lung cancer.
And I can see he was diagnosed with.
Diagnosed with
Yeah.
stage 4 lung cancer, and he survived for a year plus.
My guy.
Like, that's a long time for a cancer survivor. That's a really long time, and he survived for a year plus, man. And we watched that entire journey, man, and it broke us. But here I am today, man. I'm still going. I'm in university. I have a lady who I want to marry one day.
For sure.
You know, I'm still
Best man
pushing.
out here.
I'm still getting at it, man. Like,
Yeah.
I wanna help people, man, who have gone through that, who are going through losing that, who are orphaned. I wanna help people who are orphaned, man, because I've realized that
Is that English though?
yeah, orphaned.
I didn't
Is that
know.
English?
I didn't know. You learn something new every day. Offend. Huh.
It's orphaned. Yeah, it is a weight, man. Come on, I speak, man. We look like a father where I get this call. But
Yeah,
yeah,
dictionary,
like,
my guy.
I wanna like say something to somebody who's orphaned. Like, I know that they'll tell you that no, it gets okay. Obviously, there's a point where it doesn't get okay, but you get to a point where you make peace with it, man.
Yeah.
Like, the last psychotherapist I saw, she made me write a letter to my dad. Wait, no.
To your
That's the-
father.
yeah. I mean, she made one of the last few therapists I saw. She made me write a letter to my father.
Yeah.
To say, basically, to reconnect with him, like, hey man, you've been gone. Like, you've been gone through this past 10
plus
11,
years.
10 plus years that you haven't been here. Such and such has happened.
Yeah.
And I wish you were here. You know, and man, that's one of the things that helped me be at peace. So if you're going through something like that, no, I can't say that. It doesn't like it's something that passes you over. If you've lost a parent, man, one thing I want to tell you is that your first parent is God.
For sure. There's a verse that says he can give you peace that surpasses all understanding.
Ish, and it's right here, dog. You see this thing of not remembering?
Ish. And that's just like the last half of the verse.
Because what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
just to add some substance to it, is that often, like, I've also seen with people around me that be like, it'll be a touchy topic for them.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, ish, what if I say the wrong thing? No, man, like, it does get to a point where it's a bit easier. Where you're able to live with it, you know. So,
You've never accepted the new reality.
Huh?
That where we now accepted the new reality.
where you've now accepted the new reality. Of course, yes, you get to a point where you're hitting milestones and you're like, man, I wish he was here, or oh, I wish she was here, you know. But the journey does get, it gets much simpler if you want it to be.
Yeah.
Because you have to be intentional about it, man.
For sure.
You really have to be intentional about it, you know. I think that's all I want to say, man, like about the journey. I don't know, what else can we get into in closing?
Closing.
In
Look at the
closing.
backdrop for some inspiration.
I think we've talked about
it in the
we've talked about guidance,
family.
family, however you want to perceive it. We've talked about we talked about
We
relationships.
haven't talked about relationships.
Yeah, we can get into that. We've talked about love. We haven't really talked about love like that, but yeah, I think that's how we can close. Oh, there's also nature.
What are you gonna say about nature?
Nature. Bro, you know, for me, I love dogs. Like, psst, like I love dogs.
Dusty.
Bro. Like, yes, I have a dog named Dusty. Not every morning, every other morning before I started going to school. Hey man, like my mornings would be hard, bro. Like it'd be so hard for me to wake up, but I'd get up, get out of my room, take my Bible, and go and read it outside.
Yeah.
The dogs would come when I'm there, trying to climb me, harassing me.
Yeah.
At first, it would annoy me. I'm like, And I just started thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? These creatures are literally, I don't want to say the epitome, but they are an embodiment of love.
Yeah.
Like, dogs are so loyal, bro.
My
like,
guy.
Like,
It's like they know happy when you are down.
no, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I see the love of God in nature. Like the preciseness of nature, bro. Like me being able to flipping do this, not having to say, okay, no, right now I'm talking.
Let me think about and then think about doing this at the same time.
At the same time. It's like almost involuntary, man.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I don't think we've thought about this.
We didn't. That's what I was asking, Wari. We're about to just finesse this.
I think maybe we've really hit the pinnacle of what the conversation is about to be.
Yeah.
Or was about to be about. English. You know.
Tough.
But yeah, man. Social entrepreneurship, nature, love, guidance, God loving us so much that He gave us His only Son. You know. But I just hope.
It's been an hour already.
Yeah, it passed by.
Crazy.
It passed by quickly. But yeah, I just hope from watching this episode, man, you've gained some sort of value. Whatever you could have gotten. Obviously, there's also a learning curve for us that maybe next time we should sit down and really think about what we're gonna talk about.
I mean, we did.
We did.
We
but
did.
No care.
Nature, we just threw it in last like literally last 10 seconds. That's when we threw in nature, like
Yeah.
okay.
No, for me, that's like I was saying, I connect nature to love.
No,
to the
for
love
sure,
of
for
God.
sure.
But man, like I'm saying, season 1, episode 2, we're talking about taking a leap of faith. We're talking about
sir.
social entrepreneurship. We're talking about having a spiritual approach to life. You know,
All facets of life.
all senses of life. You know,
Life is spiritual if you think about it.
it is. It is, man. Right now, I'm tired.
Topic for another day.
My voice is tired.
Yeah.
The camera's probably tired.
Hey, what if it's switched off?
I hope it didn't switch off. If it's switched off, adapt and adjust. You go for an audio pod.
For sure.
But hey, man, if you've been watching this until the end,
Thank you very much.
thank you very much, man. I just want to say thank you.
Hopefully you've enjoyed.
Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully you've learned something. I just want to say
And put your friends on.
what he said.
Sick.
How we gonna end this? Man, I hope that God is with you for the rest of the week. You're probably gonna see this on a Sunday, and you'll be starting your week. So this is probably the perfect way to start your week.
Yes, sir.
Keep pushing.
Start with
Keep
God.
Start with God. That's what you said again.
Yeah.
Okay. Start with God. I hope that, man, one day we're able to sit here together and we're able to
Interact.
interact
Yeah.
and
Pick your
talk
brains a
about
little bit.
what?
Pick your brains a little bit.
Pick each other's brains a little bit, you know. And that's what the next episode is about.
Hey.
Without spilling too much. Like I said in the beginning, this is 7 degrees where the misunderstood
Get understood.
understand each other.
My bad. Take 2. Run it back.
Run it back. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Okay. How do you start it? Thank you for going this far or coming this far with us. This is 7 degrees. Part of the Decreases family now, where they misunderstood.
Where the misunderstood understand each other.
Nah, you're supposed to say the second half.
Oh, my bad. My bad. But anyway, yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace out.